Citizen Television.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Cosmic Kev, your host, and this episode for this week is starting with Friday, the 16th of January 2015. Okay, so what's going on this week? Well, we've got a new moon this week. Have you ever been in a passenger in a car? I think most of us have in the modern world anyhow, and you might be going by a fence really fast, and suddenly it looks like all the pickets are really close together, even if they're not. Well, let's just say that suddenly everything slows down. Like you're with, let's say there's another car going beside you, and they're moving forward, but they slow down, and you're just at the same speed. Well, it looks like they're going backwards. They're not going backwards, they're just slowing down, but that's what retrograde planets are like. There's another thing about retrograde planets. So in Western astrology, they say, you know, it kind of loses the a little bit of the energy, or that it internalizes in the person's chart. You know, that the energy internalizes, and I'm like, okay, I can see how it's like that. It's not the normal direct flow, and so there's something unconventional, is how I think might be a more evolutionary astrologer's way of looking at retrograde planet. But you know, I like to go back to some of the roots here. And in Vedic astrology, we look at this and we say that planet is concentrating its energy right now. That planet is asking for your attention. That graha, that grabber, as we'd say in Sanskrit, is saying, let's look at me right now. And I go back to the Sanskrit and I'll say, okay, so what is the name for Mercury in Sanskrit? It's Buddha. Buddha is older than the Buddha, my friends, and Buddha is about consciousness. It's about intelligence, and it's about mindfulness, and it's about helping people that are less fortunate than you, and wearing green on a Wednesday, and all these things. So I would say have Mercury consciousness as we go into this Mercury retrograde period, okay? So Mercury is in Aquarius, and it's at about 17 degrees, and it's going to go retrograde on Wednesday, ruler day for Mercury, Mercedes in Spanish. Pay attention, folks, this is a serious Mercury retrograde. And it is at least in, you know, Western astrology, we say the Mercuries that have a face: Virgo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Gemini. Those are the best Mercuries to have. That's when communication is the clearest. So this is when we need to elevate our consciousness. You know, and even in Vedic astrology, with it being in Capricorn, we still have to elevate our consciousness for usefulness. And to have age-old wisdom, you know, because Saturn also symbolizes more age-old wisdom without all the fluff and all the frills. Okay, next issue. Mercury retrograde. We've already got Jupiter in a retrograde pattern. These are the only two luminaries that are, I mean, North Node and South Node, they're always retrograde pretty much. So, new moon in Aquarius. We're starting on another cycle. Let's go sign by sign as we do your horoscope in the Planetary Persuader. Well,